What's up, guys? Welcome back to a review with Avengers for 5, and 6, and then I'll title the Kang Dynasty and Civil Wars, and now we're announced a Comic-Con this weekend, and we're already getting so much news on this, and now, this was breaking yesterday, that a director has been found and attached to one of the two Avengers films, and that is Destin Daniel Cretton, who previously directed Shang Chi, and is now going to be directing Avengers The Kang Dynasty, and this is huge, especially for everything that we know so far. So, in this video, I'm going to go over what this means, especially for Avengers the Kang Dynasty involving Kang the Conqueror, and what this means, especially for Destin Daniel Cretton and for what he plans to be bringing to Avengers the Kang Dynasty and everything else that's going to be happening, and that'll impact the future of the MCU, and so is for the multiverse saga as well. But if you do something like this, so be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell so you miss all videos like this in the future. So let's get into it. And now, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, this was breaking yesterday by the Hollywood Reporter that Destin Daniel Cretton, who previously directed Shang-Chi, is now going to be directing Avengers of the Kang Dynasty. And plus, I love Shang-Chi and everything that Destin Daniel Cretton brought to Shang-Chi and to this awesome epic phase 4 film with Shang-Chi and Wen Wu as the main villain. And now he was going to be directing an Avengers film clearly named after the main villain, who is, of course, Kang the Conqueror. And I can't wait to see what he brings to this epic Avengers film of Avengers The Kang Dynasty, which is Avengers 5. And plus, with the Destin Daniel Cretton, who's going to be directing Avengers the Kang Dynasty, and he has like so many upcoming projects, and that include Shang-Chi 2, the Wonder Man series for Disney Plus, and now he's going to be the directing of Avengers the Kang Dynasty, and now with this, he's probably going to be directing one of the biggest Avengers films of all time, probably as well as going to be leading directly in the Secret Wars with the Kang Dynasty involving Kang the Conqueror. And plus, with everything that we know about Avengers of the Kang Dynasty, it's going to be about, of course, the main villain, Kang the Conqueror, was going to be a part of what is called the multiverse saga. And now, with the two Avengers films happening within the same year in 2025, these could be turned into big cinematic events, like they did with the Infinity War and Endgame, where Thanos was the big bad, with Kang the Conqueror, and then now being set up to be the big bad, like we got introduced to him at the end of Loki season 1, and now with the Kang the Conqueror making his return in Ant-Man the Wasp with Quantumania, it could lead, and this is going to lead directly into the Kang Dynasty, and it could lead into a way for Secret Wars, and plus for a way to get Doctor Doom involved as well, and plus he was involved in the comics, but I don't think he was going to be involved in Secret Wars, because Kang the Conqueror is going to be the main villain, and we couldn't see the Doctor Doom and Kang the Conqueror fight. And plus, even though for Secret Wars that has no director, and even the Russo brothers confirmed that they're now directing Secret Wars, and plus with the Secret Wars, it's going to be the next big Avengers Endgame level event, and now with the Kang Dynasty, it already has a director, Destin Daniel Cretton, and I hope they find a director especially for Secret Wars, because with the Russo brothers, they directed both Infinity War and Endgame. And plus, with Avengers the Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars all happening in 1 year, in just a few months apart, and as I mentioned, these could be turned into big cinematic events. And plus, with Secret Wars, it was a big comic storyline that involved both of the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, and plus, it was with the God Emperor Doom, who was like the main villain, which I really enjoyed in the Secret Wars comic storyline, and I'm excited to see how they adapt both the Secret Wars comic storyline to the big screen, and plus with the Kang Dynasty, I wonder like how they're gonna lead it into a Secret Wars in like a big way, then that the Secret Wars comic storyline could be adapted into a big cinematic event for Secret Wars for the big screen. And yeah, on top of all this, I'm very excited to see what Destin Daniel Cretton brings to Avengers of the Kang Dynasty after what he brought to the Shang-Chi, which was like an epic phase 4 film, which introduced Shang-Chi, the first Asian superhero, and now he's going to be the directing of possibly the biggest Avengers film of all time, the Kang Dynasty, which is going to be Avengers 5. And plus, I'm very excited to see how the Kang Dynasty could lead into Secret Wars for a big cinematic event, or like as a call it the next Avengers Endgame level cinematic event as well. So yeah, I can't wait to see what Destin Daniel Cretton brings to Avengers The Kang Dynasty, which could be for a big cinematic event as well. So that's me for this video. Let me know thoughts in the comments below. What are your thoughts on Destin Daniel Cretton now confirmed to be directing Avengers The Kang Dynasty, and how excited are you for Avengers The Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to notification bell for future videos, and you can find my Instagram and Twitter for live updates. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.